Hello, welcome back to the Movie Hole. I'm Michael again, and this is Michael's Movie Hole. This is a movie hole of my own. I'll be talking about 3 movies I recently saw, and yeah, let's get right to it. Birds of Prey kind of went in with a lot to prove for me. I thought Suicide Squad was okay, way overhyped by the fans. I agree with everything the critics had to say about it. We don't need to talk about that Joker. So thankfully, Birds of Prey had more in common with the ingenious Harley Quinn animated series on DC Universe than with Suicide Squad. It left the hot topic edginess behind for a tone that kind of felt more like the DC equivalent to Deadpool. Margot Robbie really made this her baby. She had a lot of creative input in the costume, she was a producer, everything just, it crackled and popped with the right kind of energy for a Harley Quinn movie. Lots of Easter eggs if you're one of those DC fanboys. Personally, that's not necessarily me, but I know a lot about the universe, so that was kind of cool. Ewan McGregor steals the show as Black Mask. He has a lot of personality, he brings a lot of charisma and just nuttiness to the role. He's very theatrical. It could have been a very generic villain, but thankfully he just added so many eccentricities to him. I will say, it's not doing anything specifically innovative with storytelling. I mean, it's a standard issue formula for a comic book movie at the end of the day. It's dressed up very differently from the others, but ultimately there's a MacGuffin, it's some friggin' diamond that they have to chase after. I don't know. It's not about the plot, because the plot's really not the most original thing. What propels it are the characters, performances, and the irreverent little bits of humor that are woven throughout the film. It was pretty consistently entertaining, and check this one out. If you think you're gonna love it, you're definitely gonna love it. It's one of those.
Oh shit, is that a hyena in a bathtub?
I named him Bruce after that hunky Wayne guy.
Second off, I saw Parasite again, and let me tell you, the first time was jaw-dropping. The second time was even better, because I knew what to expect, and I was just waiting for the ball to drop, because the audience around me was just laughing the whole time, and I was like, oh, they have no idea what's going to happen. And then the scene, that one scene, you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. Oh, from that point on, everyone in the audience just had their hands to their faces in shock and awe. Parasite is an iconic Best Picture winner, really. It's a bold choice for the Academy, and I'm glad they didn't just go for the predictable choice. This is an experimental and dangerous, out there kind of concept of a film. It's a very distinctly Korean story too, which is nice to see. I don't want to say too much about this one. Just watch it. No matter who you are, watch it. And even if it's not your favorite film ever, you'll at least be entertained, shocked, and you'll have a lot to talk about when it's over. So, the last one I saw was Come to Daddy. I just saw the poster for it, and the title, and that Elijah Wood was in it. And I was like, okay, it looks like a bit of a grindhouse deal. I'm gonna go see what this one's all about. And it's a funny thing. I went into this one and felt transported back to South by Southwest last year. I don't think I've gone into a film blind since that festival. And it's a wonderful feeling. For the first 30 to 40 minutes of this thing, I was just trying to figure out what it was going for, what's it going to be about. Is it going to be a paranormal film? Is it going to be a thriller, a drama? I have no clue. All I know is from the poster, it's going to turn out bloody somehow. Thankfully, when it does kick up a notch and become this thing that it is, which I won't spoil, there's a lot of wonderful, hilarious, inventive, messed up gore. Ant Timpson, I'm sorry if I'm not saying that name right, he did the ABCs of Death, which are, they're not classics, but they're just fun films, and he has this indie vibe that I think really makes this film special. Elijah Wood does a great job in this performance. He's just kind of reinvented himself as an indie star these last few years. I will say that I wish that the film were a little longer, played with the concepts a little more. I was ready for a certain payoff at the end that felt a little bit lacking, but at the end of the day, I mean, if you want to see some blood spilt, some really f***ed up shit, see this one. It's a fun ride. And even though I think a lot of mainstream films are better than this one ultimately, I would choose this one over a lot of them because it's so different, weird, and balances so many tones. It does a lot of things that only indie movies really can do. So yeah, check it out for a change of pace and a change of formula. So yeah, these 3 movies are the ones I'm pulling out of my hole today. It's a pretty informal episode. I'm just putting a mic in front of my face and talking about movies and playing trailer clips. Because, yeah, I didn't really want to write a whole essay about each of these. But it's sort of like the YMS Quickies, you know? Just to give you some thoughts. Anyway, Birds of Prey, I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. Parasite's a 10 out of 10. What the hell else would it be? And, Come to Daddy is a 6 out of 10, even though I'd recommend that more in a way to film people than Birds of Prey. I don't know. But if you like your movies served up comfort food style, don't see Come to Daddy. Just go to Birds of Prey. Have fun. Anyway, yeah. I'll see you next time. Thank you for visiting my movie hole once again. I'll gladly welcome you next time with maybe a video essay. Who knows? Bye-bye.